Hey, what's up? This is Dilio. Welcome to the Dilio T2K YouTube channel. I'm your host, Dilio. And today I'm going to talk to you about Distrokid raising their prices. According to an email, the email states that they're going to be raising their prices about 25 cents a year. So it's not basically a big deal killer or anything like that. But I think the point that I wanted to tell you is that my experience with Distrokid has been pretty cool. They have nice tools that enable you to create content to share with your audience. But one thing I want to talk about and really go in on is the fact that no matter what distributor you use, from my experience, whatever distributor you use, it's up to you to market it to your audience. It's up to you to get your streams, sales, or anything like that. None of these companies are going to put your music out there for you. None of these companies have platforms that have the audience to capitalize on to monetize your music. So at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what you use. You may ask me which one's better. And at this point, I can't tell you which one's better, because if you don't have an audience to market to, not necessarily how to market, how to market is not really that complicated of a concept compared to you building that audience to market to, or you building that following on these platforms. A lot of these platforms aren't really trying to give you viral ability. Of course, it happens every day. There's always somebody new every day who does something that the algorithm works with, that people respond to, that tells the platforms, oh, I want to show this to more people. And, you know, they keep raising that threshold of response to share it to more people, so much so that it's a challenge to get it to a lot of your people unless you built the audience, and that's a lot of grind work. It's not an easy thing. And I do believe I have the email here somewhere, because I like to read it to you so that you can know what's going on these platforms, because you know, they title it Teeny Tiny Price Update. And if you're a Distrokid customer, you probably gotten this message, and I have to be fully transparent. I did collab with Distrokid maybe a few years ago, you know, promoting their platform. And, you know, I thought it was really cool compared to CD Baby and TuneCore at the time, because I know TuneCore, when I first got on TuneCore, to upload an album was like, what, $50, $60? And at that time, streaming wasn't really a thing. But the problem was that every time a year rolled around, you had to pay that fee again. Whereas on CD Baby, you pay that fee one time. Distrokid sort of broke the mold of that and said, hey, you could put as much music as you want on, just play us one flat rate fee each year. And so it continues. But I'm a little curious about Distrokid because of their ties with Spotify. As you heard me talk about before, I'm not really trying to deal with Spotify too much anymore. I'll put music on there for those who want to listen to it, but you know, there's this whole ecosystem on, hey, here's how you can market your music on Spotify. Buy my book to learn how to sell your music on Spotify, promote your music. Buy my course so that I can help you to promote your music on Spotify. Read this blog so I can help you promote your music on Spotify. Do this Facebook ad so I can help you promote your music on Spotify. Make sure you create your Instagram ads and give them the right copyright so you can promote your music on Spotify. Make sure you create the right YouTube content to link people to your Spotify content. Make sure you try this ad on Spotify. Make sure you try to use Marquee. Pay this fee, pay that fee, get this help here, use this tool, use this trick so you can your Spotify. And at the end of the day, you're looking at the income that comes in on Distrokid, and you're like, I'm not really. But if I make a CD, somebody gonna buy it. So all that work and ad, if it has to make more profit at the independent gutter level, you gotta be able to make more money than what you could do off of a hard copy of a CD or a direct to consumer thing. And right now, I just don't see it for the regular average Joe that doesn't have the machine behind him like a Taylor Swift or a Drake. And even on that end, it's not even a profitable thing. Well, do you think that major artists would really go on tours if streaming was profitable, as much streams as they get? Tours are probably extremely profitable because of ticket sales. Tickets are not cheap on the large spectrum. I know because I bought a VIP ticket to One Music Fest, and it was not a cheap ticket. And my VIP experience was just a little bit more more VIP than the regular people. Just a little bit. So, as an independent artist, if you want to monetize it, to get something back on a monetary scale, you do have to think it's almost like a food group where direct sales and merch and hardware, it's like at the bottom of this food group, and then like streams is like at the top. Like, don't even focus on streams if you ain't got your foundations right. At least I feel like I know that much. Now, I know that there always will be exceptions to the rule with this. There will always be someone that says, hey, man, I just put my music online, man. My life changed, dog. I mean, it just blew up on Spotify, dog. I don't know what's wrong with y'all niggas, man, because, it wasn't that hot. God just blessed me. You're always going to have one or two like that. But for the rest of us regular people, I'm not going to call us regular people because we're no worse than anybody else. But the rest of those people where it's like, okay, you got to grind it different. You got to grind different. You got to build your audience different and put your music out different. There's a difference in that situation. You can't just, and I've made that mistake and just racked my brain on how do I get more streams? Do I try this platform? Do I try that trick? Do I do this to try to manipulate and all that stuff while watching people who have the numbers I want and saying, wow, I got to really listen to them. Look at the numbers. And it's all, and then when you really look under the covers of it, it's like, is it all true? What's fact here? Cause we don't know. It's like we don't know exactly what goes on under the hood for everybody's experience and success on these platforms. We don't know. And the mistake that we make is that we compare ourselves to these people when we don't know the full story. And when we do that, we rob ourselves of the joy of creating. We rob ourselves of the joy of sharing our music. Cause it's like, well, shoot, why make music if nobody cares about it? Cause nobody's listening to it. So why even make, you see that it's a downward spiral. And I know I went on a rant aside from Distrokid, but this streaming in general sort of reminded me of all the years I've tried to push that, and I kind of neglected this because I thought people didn't want to support me like this, which is wrong and a lie from the pit of hell. So with that being said, it's negligible, 25 cents, no big deal. But if I were to advise an investment for independent artists, I would advise them to get these made and see what God will do. Just see what happens, and then tell people about it. Just get your run of 100 of these and tell people about it. And the people that like you will buy. I believe that. And you'll be more profitable than doing, from what I can see from this point. I'm not beyond correction. You could tell me I'm wrong. You could tell me I'm not making sense. But in my opinion, that's where we're at right now. All right, I'm Delio. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me get to 100 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers this year. I'm on that journey. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm Delio. You're watching the Delio T2K YouTube channel. I'm out.